Now, a lot of people are saying that Ben Affleck is showing Jennifer Lopez in a negative light, but he's also allegedly exposing her in a positive light. He seemed to be opening up a lot of new reports on the Kevin Hart show. So let's get started. Ben Affleck says, "My wife will tell you that I talk a lot." He also talks about his parenting with Lopez and raising their 5 children, 3 of whom are with Jennifer Gardner. And you know more. He said, "I like this life for them better than the one I had." I have a lot of conversations with Jennifer about that. He says, "My daughter keeps throwing out titles to her autobiography. We went somewhere with Lopez, but I can't remember because she's so famous and important to people." Affleck tells me that people say, "Hey, I like your movie," and they go, "Ah, Gio." He yells, "It's amazing." I think it was when we rolled through Times Square and got out of the car to go to a plane. I was like, "Good babe, we're going to be late." We got to walk a block in half. Lopez responded, "All right," without saying anything. We got out with her and all the kids. Times Square was going crazy, and as Affleck said, I was like, "Oh my God, there was this lady who was smoking in a full purple skin-tight suit. She's a heavy lady and she starts running backwards filming going Jillo. See, the crazy thing is too. A lot of recent reports also claim that Ben is getting tired of Jillo and her constant focus on work and wants more of a family life and some downtime. He also claims in the interview that everywhere he goes with Julo, it's just pop rot and people shout at her. And they say things like, "Hey, I like your movie," but then they get all worked up about JLo. I'm not sure if he likes this or not because a lot of recent reports are basically saying, he doesn't like this, so girl, you won't believe the tea I'm about to. Turns out there's trouble in paradise, and it ain't pretty Ben's out here exposing JLo's dark side. And child, it's juicier than a peach in July who would have thought that Jenny from the block was hiding a controlling side behind those killer abs and that $1 million smile. Well, the streets are saying that Ben Affleck just dropped a bombshell about Jill, and it's got everyone shook. Everything we believe to be true about Hollywood's golden pair is going to be completely turned upside down by this revelation. Are you ready for this? Because Ben said something that might alter the course of events. Is JLo the unexpected diva that we never saw coming? What does this mean for Jennifer? Stick around, cause we're diving deep into this hot mess, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. While People magazine is exclusively revealing that Jill is sad, but leave to cancel her concerts as she needs to take care of herself magazine is revealing through a news source, and People's usually a bit better. This is People's, an outlet that celebrities go to get out the news they want. And yes, the word here, coming in from a source close to the singer, tells People Lopez is devastated to call off her summer concert tour, because she loses a lot of money, so I do think that's true. But her stance the extra time is to dedicate to herself and her loved ones. Is key life is a lot right now, acknowledging it as sad as she was to cancel the tour. She's also relieved she needs to take care of herself. The decision was something that her team encouraged. Everyone is supportive of her focusing on family right now, as she was doing this tour in response to her album, which just didn't take off. It happens you can't do a huge global tour and expect it to be selling out every venue when the album and its documentary and its long-form music video movie don't perform they're the way they're supposed to, but those are huge bombs now. Atlas, her big movie at Netflix, is another big bomb. It seems reviews were terrible. But now Variety, who has been out there supporting the singer like nothing I've ever seen, makes me wonder who reps Variety and who reps Jillo. I've been looking into it. But if anyone knows the real connection, please let me know. They're now listing it as one of the top 10 most watched movies of the week, which is not surprising because it was a big movie and very expensive for Netflix. It was featured prominently on the streaming service for the entire week, with a big budget trailer. People use Netflix, which is the largest streaming platform, so I'm not surprised that some of them watched it during its first week. However, I'm also amazed at the data that comes in because I still don't understand this Luminate company that actually provided this data. It's very confusing. Exclusive to Variety ACR Smart TV Data 2.5 million device panel. Anyway, it's a lot of buzzwords here that I'm still trying to figure out what all this actually means. I don't really understand it. And so how do we know? How do we know that this is real? I don't know. So they're getting this data in proprietary data that they claim, as I've looked around and looked at their website. Sure, I guess it could be legit. But it's so hard to know. Netflix hides their data, as I talked about in the last video, because they want to protect and control the projects and the people by not having to reveal their actual data. There's a lot of third-party sites that go out there and guess based off of like apps that are on third-party devices that try to track everything that your TV is doing. My God, our data is so valuable. And every company takes advantage, but regardless of whether Atlas actually was a hit or not, we don't get to see ticket sales. So we don't really know even if it was a #1 movie of the week. Was there any competition? All this types of stuff. That does it really equal hit for Netflix? Debatable. Anybody in that movie probably would have gotten the same numbers. I would have expected even more for this movie. It should have been a theatrical big budget piece. But it wasn't. So is all of this dramatic Ben Affleck and J.Lo divorce? The big question at hand is it a diversion from the singer's career decline? I have to admit that I think this is always what I've always thought, and that I absolutely believe it. According to PR experts, these rumors were started to keep the singer's recent career decline out of the spotlight. She was heartbroken and had to cancel her Mean live tour due to her realistically low ticket sales, so they had to rebrand the tour in an effort to raise more money. In the midst of the fallout, her marriage to Ben is also thought to be in jeopardy. PR expert Maya RZ isn't so sure. Speaking exclusively to The Mirror, she said in March that J.Lo canceled the last 7 dates of the tour, and in April the tour name was changed from This Is Me Now to This Is Me Live the Greatest Hits. Her most recent Netflix film has also been labeled a rotten flop by critics, and there are reports that her multi-million-dollar Las Vegas residency is also set to be scrapped. However, this cancellation might be the reason she's trying to keep that deal going. Returning to the remark, it seems sense that rumors of her and Ben's divorce would have been spread in order to deflect attention from her disastrous professional trajectory. It is not unusual for celebrities to be the subject of conjecture and gossip, especially when their careers are struggling. Distractions from one's personal life or divorce rumors can occasionally be employed as a tactic to deflect attention away from losses in one's career. The spokesperson for the stars stated that it's critical to emphasize that, until we receive reliable confirmation, we should view these reports about Jennifer and Ben with caution. PR guru Ryan McCormack concurred, telling us that Miss Lopez might be going through a difficult time that she doesn't want to be made public. It could have to do with her marriage to Ben, which is constantly the subject of intense scrutiny. It could also be the case that ticket sales haven't been particularly strong. If Lopez is seen performing